NF and in high school, currently traveling for the holidays. I was supposed to fly down with my mom, her husband Phil, and my young half, siblings 3 and 6 years old, to spend Christmas with my maternal grandparents. We live in California and my grandparents live in Wisconsin, so we don't see them very often, and when we do, we fly. This was my half-siblings' first time flying, and they didn't handle the airport well at all, and my mom and Phil handled them even worse. They screamed and cried the whole time, and I was basically expected to take over my mom's part of the parenting, because she's pregnant, which I mostly did without complaint. Right before our boarding group was called, the last boarding group since we're not ritual now, my mom ran off to use the bathroom. I waited with Phil and the kids until last call, but my mom still wasn't back, so I left them behind and boarded. I offered to take the kids with me if Phil wanted to stay back for my mom, but he insisted that the family had to stay together. I went to board, but he grabbed my arm and took this fatherly tone that he freaking knows I hate, and basically ordered me to stay with him and the kids. I boarded anyway and left them all behind. I was really looking forward to spending time with my grandparents, and I honestly couldn't care less what Phil tells me to do. He's not my dad. Anyway, when I landed and got service back, I had a ton of text voicemails, but I only listened to a couple of them since they were basically all either Phil and the kids saying how much they miss me, or my mom crying about how abandoned and she feels. I'm at my grandparents' house now, and they've invited me to stay for the rest of winter break and said they'd pay for my flight home. I really want to accept since a week without little kids around sounds really nice, but I know my mom and Phil will be pissed at me if I do. I also know that they were relying on me to look after the kids when they both have to go back to work, and if I stay here in Wisconsin, they'd have to take unpaid time off or use up precious sick days, or hire a babysitter, and I know they hate doing that. This whole situation has made me feel rotten, like a shitty daughter and sister, but I can't really talk to anyone Earl about it since my friends are back in California, spending Christmas Eve with their families. I guess I just wanted to get this off my chest. Anonymously, ask if I'm in the wrong here.